Je ne sais quoi. Filho da puta. Hold that. Judge Mo. Hold that. You know what I'm saying? Trust the process. Get behind the team. Get behind the squad. Get behind the manager. Filho da puta. You can hold that. Nunca sabe numa porcaria. You can hold that. You know what I'm saying? As Rivalry would say, vavavoom. Je ne sais quoi. You can hold that. How about that? Trust the process. Get behind the process. Get behind the team. Get behind the squad. Nunca sabe numa porcaria. You've been always playing devil's advocate. Get behind the team. Get behind the squad. Get behind the team. Yeah, I'm saying get behind the manager. Give it time. It takes time. How about that? Nunca sabe numa porcaria. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit about none of your excuses, bro. You can hold that expeditiously. Do you know what I'm saying? You man could have held 7 in this final. That's what I'm saying. Do you know what I'm saying? Due to Hakimi scoring 1-0. You know what I'm saying? Dembele to Due 2-0. You know what I'm saying? Dembele flicked to Vitinha, Vitinha to Due 3-0. You man can hold that. You know what I'm saying? Cavaskelia 4-0. Hold that. To everyone that tells me that it takes time, get behind the manager. Aguenta, filo da puta. Aguenta. I don't give a shit. Hold that. You know what I'm saying? Je ne sais quoi. Vavavoom. Like Thierry Henry in the Renault Clio video for the advert. Huh? Vavavoom. Hold that. Let me tell. This is what I'm saying. Yeah, this is what happens to the people that tell me. Give it time. Get behind Arteta. It takes time. It's a process. Yeah? Okay, cool. Let's get behind your manager. Let's see how you react to a manager that's won you the Serie A, that's won you titles, that's won you cups. Yeah? Let's see how you react. Let's get straight into it. Man's losing his head, yeah? Get behind the squad. Get behind the team. Let's go.
He need to be stripped of his captaincy, because when I fucking tell you that this guy doesn't show up on big games, he is the captain. He has asked for to be a captain, and he's been fucking given the captaincy of Inter. And he is.
Give it time. Isn't that what you say about Odegaard? Give it time. It's a process. He needs to develop. He needs to develop into a world-class player. Where's all that context? Where's all that give it time? Where's all that it's a process? Where's all that, you can't be reactionary? Where's all that being a level-headed fan? Oh, it doesn't work when it's your team. It doesn't work when it's your club. It doesn't work when it's, okay, it's different now, yeah? It's win now, yeah? Okay, let's continue.
Is absolutely a cooked captain. He shouldn't be the captain of my football club, because this football club had great captains in the history of this football club. And this is where we end up. Lautaro Martinez is the captain of Inter Nazionale. Simone Inzaghi has had the worst final in the history of the sport.
It takes time, mate.
And he needs to be fucking sacked. He needs to submit his resignation before he leaves the stadium.
Sacks? But how? Because when it's super duper Mick, yeah, it takes time. When it's Mikel Arteta underachieving, it takes time. It's a process. It's a project. It's a youth project. It takes time. He needs all his pieces. Maybe Inzaghi needs all his pieces, bro. What's going on? Now you want to be reactionary. Now you want to be angry. Now you want to be expected. Oh, but when it's my club, you want to talk about process, project, takes time. Players need to develop. The manager needs more of his ingredients. Hold that, you Egyptian-looking, Arteta-looking, flipping quagmire from Family Guy. You can hold that. How about that? The Egyptian quagmire from Family Guy, you can hold that. I don't want to hear nothing. Because when it's my club, you want to come up with excuses and processes. Hold that, filo da puta. Get some gel, slap it on your head, and you can look like one of the Crab Twins. Yeah? You can look like Lucian from the Crab Twins. Hold that. Yeah? I don't want to hear no bullshit. Because when it's my fucking club, get behind the team. It's reactionary. What happened to being a level-headed fan? Hold that. Yeah? Hold that.
I need him sacked today.
Okay.
I want Fabrizio Romano to tweet that Inzaghi has resigned. Inzaghi has resigned from Inter.
I'm sorry. Yeah? I'm sorry. He's got to stay. You make a better defense line when it comes for Arteta than when it comes to Inzaghi. Why has he got to resign? It's a process. It's a project. It takes time, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? It's a project. Get behind the squad. Get behind the team. Get behind the process. How about that? Look at what he's done for the club. Look at what he's done.
And he needs to be sacked on that spot. Because he cannot prepare the team. He's fucking shit in preparing the team when things matter. He's an absolute bozo in preparing a team. You cannot be the team that is absolutely playing that shit football. Aram, look at your rehab coach crying. Fuck the rehab coach. Fuck the coaching staff. They absolutely bottled it. They lost 5-0.
Right. Okay. So when Inter doesn't win in a Champions League final, it's bottling it. Is Arteta bottling it in the semi-final then? More money, more time, bigger process. Managing in the Premier League, is that bottling it? Or is it only bottling it when it's Inter? Hold that. Hold that. Because you don't use the words bozo. You don't use the words fire the manager when it's Arteta. But when it's your manager, fire the manager. Get rid of him. Not good enough. He's a bozo. Can't prepare the team. Okay, cool. Hold that same energy when it's my manager, innit? Hold that same energy when it's my manager. Hold that. Vavavoom, baguettes, and all of that. You can hold that. Je ne sais quoi, vavavoom. Hold that, filuta puta. Hold that.
This is the worst loss. This is the worst loss in a history of the Champions League final. It's even exceeded Barcelona losing 4-0 to Milan. 5-0. You lose 5-0.
It takes time, mate. He didn't have the riches of PSG. How can he compete? How can he compete with the riches of PSG? He got Cagnoglu on a free, Mkhitaryan on a free. Dumfries, he got 14 million euros. He got a Serbi on 4 million euros. He got Thuram on a free. How can he compete? Use the same logic you puta tell me to use when it's Arteta. Use the same logic. Why is it different? Because it's your club. Hold that. You know what I'm saying? Hold that. Hold that.
You lose 5-0.
Yep. Look at look at said he's getting hot, bro. The Egyptian John Travolta, bro. The amount of gel ain't gonna keep that head up, bro. Your head is hot. You know what I'm saying? You can hold that, Mo. Hold that. All the pukaria you told me, yeah? You can hold that. You know what I'm saying? Man looking like Marquinhos, bro. Man looking like the Egyptian Moreno, bro. You can hold that. Yeah? It's not about process, it's not about winning. It's about versatility, mate. Versatility. The Egyptian Moreno, you can hold that. Arabian eyes like Arabian day. Hold that. Man like Aladdin. Yeah? Float on that carpet, bro. All the way back to Milan. How about that? Hold that.
5-0, you fucking idiot. 5-0. I have never seen a Champions League final end 5-0. You ended it 5-0. What a fucking idiot. What a fucking idiot.
Look at his face. Look at his
This is the worst team to play in a Champions League final. I don't know how this guy can stay a manager for the club. After this, you need to submit your resignation. Don't go back on the play.
Resignation. No. Man, looking at the Egyptian Michael Jackson. Do you remember the time, when we fell in love? Do you remember the time? And Zaggy, baby, remember the time, when we fell in love? Do you remember the time? Remember my baby? Hold that. I don't give a shit. Hold that. Yeah, all the bullshit you try and do the context shit when it comes to Arsenal. Hold that. You know what I'm saying? Filho da puta, aguenta, filho da merda. Aguenta, filho da puta. Aguenta, viado da merda. Aguenta. Hold that. It's a process. It's a project. Hold that. You can't compete. Yeah? Hold that. I don't want to hear none of your tears, bro. Hold that, filho da puta. Hold that.
Plane. Take your own fucking economy plane. Take your own fucking ticket. You embarrassed the history of this club. You embarrassed us. You don't deserve Inter as a club. You don't deserve the fan base. You don't deserve the support. You fucking idiot. 5-0 in a Champions League final. Are you mad? Is this real? Are you real?
It's real. It's a process. It takes time. He can't compete. He can't compete with the money of PSG. Why are you angry? Why are you angry? Maybe next year he gets more of his ingredients he's able to achieve. What can he do? What can he do, bro? You know what I'm saying? Judge Mo.
Am I gonna wake up still and the final is not played? Am I sleeping? Is it yesterday? Is this yesterday? Is it today? 5-0. You lose 5-0. I don't want to see you at the club again. And all these players should hold their head in shame.
Fake fan. Absolute fake fan. Go to AC Milan. You're a fake fan. You're a glory hunter. Look at what he's done for the club. Look at what he's done for the team. Oh, it doesn't work when it's your club. That logic doesn't work when it's your club, does it? Oh, it doesn't work, does it? Oh, okay. Hold that.
Acerbi, retire. Darmian, fucking retire. Mkhitaryan, retire. Hakan, leave. Lautaro, find yourself a different club. Thuram, leave. Barella, go to the Premier League, do something else. 5-0. You lose 5-0 in a final of a Champions League. You're not men. You are not men. You are not professional football players.
Oh, okay. So when it's Inter Milan and they lose in the final, they're not professional football players. They're not men. So what are Arsenal? I want to hear you have that same energy when it comes to the Arsenal players, because we lost in the semi-finals and we got slapped up by PSG. But when it's your club, they're not men. They're not professional football players.
You guys are not fucking men.
Okay.
You don't deserve the shirt.
Okay. They don't deserve
You
the shirt.
absolutely don't deserve the shirt.
Oh, okay. But the Arsenal players, yeah, which is a club that have heritage when it comes to the Premier League, they deserve the shirt. They deserve time. They deserve a process. They deserve. Oh, okay, it's different. Yeah, it's different. It's different when it's your club, isn't it? It's different. Well, let me tell you something, Judge Mo. You're not AC Milan, bro. You ain't got 6 Champions Leagues. You're not Juventus. You ain't got the most league titles in your league. Know your place. Because this guy, yeah, told me, Northside, respectfully, Arsenal are not Inter. Well, guess what? You're not AC Milan. You don't win like that in Europe consecutively. You're not Juventus. You don't win like that in the league title. So know your place. How about that? Know your place. The same thing you told me, oh, we're not Arsenal. Well, guess what? You're not Real Madrid. Well, guess what? You're not Bayern. You're not Barca. Hold that. How about that?
You don't deserve to wear the shirt ever again. Ever. You don't deserve the shirt ever again. Ever. I don't want to see you wear the shirt again. Ever. Ever. You absolute bozos, you do this.
Look, his head is gone. His head is gone.
I have never, it's 5-0, bro. I have never seen my club You lose 5-0, Inzaghi, you should resign. You should absolutely fucking resign.
Also, but
No, I want to see Fabrizio tweet now. You resign.
oh, you want to see Fabrizio? I hope Fabrizio says you get a contract extension, because when Arteta got a contract extension at the start of the season, I never heard you say he has to go. He has to be resigned. Okay, so hopefully Fabrizio Rosano says Inzaghi contract extension, and if he doesn't get a contract extension, I hope to see that he comes to my club and you get super duper Mick. Because when it's Mikel Arteta, you talk to me about process, you talk to me about project, you talk to me about player development, you talk to me about, yeah, but look at your club and look at my club. I told you before, your club is a feeder club. That is what your club is, bro. They leave your club to win other major honors in Europe. You don't win consecutively in Europe. I think you forgot. You seem to think that your club wins back-to-back Champions Leagues or keeps on winning champions. No. Yes, you have Champions League heritage. Yeah. But the same way you try to talk down to me, filu da puta marica da merda. Yeah. You Egyptian Eddie Goro. You Egyptian Eddie Guerrero. You can hold that. I don't want to hear nothing from this guy. Yeah. You are not Real Madrid. You are not Barca. You are not Bayern. You are not these clubs. That's not your heritage of your club. You can hold that. You know what I'm saying? Hold that. And every type of bullshit excuse you told me to back Arteta, back Inzaghi. Back Inzaghi.
You're leaving the club. I don't want to see you again. I hope this time is forgotten. Your time at Inter will be forgotten. You will always be remembered as the bottle job. You will.
Oh, so Inzaghi, that's one major honors, is remembered as the bottle job. What about Arteta? Keep that same energy with Arteta, innit? Hold that. Hold that. Yeah? Respect. You're not AC Milan.
Always be remembered as the guy who lost the Champions League final 5-0. Always in the history of the sport. I hope you never get a top job again. Never. Go to Saudi Arabia. Coach the Saudi teams. Coach the Saudi teams. We backed you. We said you're a good coach. But you're not. You're not a good coach.
I'll take him at Arsenal. I'll take him at Arsenal. No worries. You can have Arteta. Since you always got a defense for Arteta, you can have Arteta, bro. I'll take Inzaghi. No problem.
You lose 5-0 like this. It is the worst final I've ever seen in my life. You don't deserve my support.
Zin! My
Hey guys, hey Norton, can you put me on full screen 1 second, brother? I have a master plan that I formed since the final was announced, since my club's board has been involved. That's complete, guys. The sabotage that I've been looking for. You get what I'm saying? Listen, man. You know when Mo says that I need him to resign? Yeah, I want him to resign too, but for a different reason. I need him to resign because Fahd bin Nafel right now, he's probably in Munich right now. He's probably in München right now, yeah? He got the contracts ready, the money ready, everything ready. I just need Inzaghi to put pen to paper. Done. Al-Hilal player. Khalas. This club have a top manager that had his head in Al-Hilal and not in Inter Milan. That's it, brother. That's what it is. You know what I mean? So, Mo, listen, you be careful what you wish for, Habibi. Be careful what you wish for. You know what I mean? Allah yatik as-sahha wal
apparently his club is not like our club's here. His club is not like our club.
You know what it is? You know what it is? I actually messaged him and I told him, like, I know you probably know well. So I didn't want to even ask how well he is or not, yeah? But you let Inzaghi allowed Al-Hilal and the approaches that Fahd bin Nafel and them going to Inzaghi. They allowed that to be a reason to why Inzaghi dilly-dally between going to Al-Hilal and coaching a Champions League final. Why? Even me as a Hilal fan, I'm saying I wouldn't want this at my club in the future, by the way. Like, what the heck is going on with Inzaghi, bro? This guy should have thought that coach the final, finish that, win that trophy, then go to Al-Hilal. Don't dilly-dally And now look, now you got Mo losing his head. You know what I mean?
Look at him crying. Look at him crying, bro.
I say here, I back you. We talk about you. We watch you week in, week out for this performance in the final, in the biggest game of your career. And you do this. This is the worst of the worst. I've never seen my team play like this. You go get a fucking job. You will never help. You will never. I don't want to see you coaching any other team again because I don't want to see you. Every time I see your face, I will remember this humbling. This is the worst humbling in the history of my club. A Champions League final, you lose 5-0.
Trust the process, Habibi. Trust the process.
Yeah, but trust the process, Habibi. Because when it's the Premier League teams, Habibi, give it time. Yalla. Give it time. Give it time. We don't have the Falus.
Trust the process.
We don't have the Sierra. We don't have the Falus. We can't compete. We don't have the Falus.
No Masarif. No.
Yeah, no Masada. Huh? You know what I'm saying? Sometimes maybe good, sometimes maybe shit. You know what I'm saying? Habibi, please. We don't have the money. We don't have the funds. But you know what he told me? My club ain't like yours. Guess what, Filo da puta? You're out of the Champions League without a fucking Champions League trophy. Hold that. You know what I'm saying? Hold that. Because if you're making excuses for Arsenal that spend more money, what's your excuse for Inter? What's your excuse? Because you give excuses when it's Arsenal spending money. You spend less money, but you told me my club is not like yours on offside. Habibi, different. Falus.
Miskin. This is crazy. I can't, by the way, can I just say, watching that game, I could not believe five. Five.
Trust the process. Bro, let's continue because I got an Arab tune to play, bro.
For the super chat, please like and please like the video. If we get this to 2,000 likes, I don't know what we're gonna do. Hit that like button, people. Subscribe. But because I don't think people understand what is going on. Do not turn up at the final is absolutely criminal, 100%. We're criminals. These players are criminals. I've never seen this. Do not turn up in the final is criminal. Man United played better than this. Should have started Taremi, to be honest. Fuck Lautaro Martinez. Arnautovic should have done better.
The guy turned up against Bayern, bro. The guy turned up against Bayern. Big game.
Look what he's done for the club. Yeah, well, look what he's done for the club.
Big game, Lautaro, man. He turned up against Bayern München, bro. He turned up against big Bayern München, you know? Like, what's going on?
Hold that, Filo da puta. Habibi.
Shaklik, you need more Arab tunes.
I need more. Yalla, more. Play
more tunes.
Yalla, come.
Oh, wait. That's smart.
Listen, how much I now. A club can do so much with free players. No. You don't lose 5-0. You don't lose 5-0. No, I disagree with you, Nilit Pal. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you for the banter. Appreciate you, my friend.
Habibi.
No grit, no passion. Manager doesn't care. Pain. Manager is a fucking shit. Should leave the club. He should resign now. He should resign now.
Why?
Without a shadow of a doubt. The league, Coppa Italia, Super Cup now get battered in the Champions League, and some Arsenal fans want this coach. Never seen this in a Champions League final. They can have him. If anyone wants to have Inzaghi, be my guest.
I'll have.
Okay, no problem. You want Arteta? We can do.
He's right here. I'll have him right now. I'll have him. حياك الله. حياك الله منورك. مرحبا. تفضل.
This guy wanted Arteta. Astaghfirullah. You know what I'm saying?
By the way, the fact that Hilal didn't look at Arteta and Inzaghi speaks volumes. Just saying.
You can have Arteta, bro. You love
No,
Arteta.
no.
You always make it
Bro, I
defensive
already
Arteta.
have to deal with Bruno Fernandes. I'm good. I don't need any more.
Astaghfirullah, I'm gonna be stuck here with Arteta. You can have him, bro. You can have Arteta. I'll take it.
No. Maybe Mo needs him. Maybe Mo needs him. I don't know.
Yeah,
maybe
Mo needs it. He likes process.
Yeah. Maybe Mo needs him. Yeah, maybe Mo needs him. I don't need him. Alhamdulillah, I'm good. I already had to deal with your old manager Jorge Jesus, this Jabba the Hutt looking prick, bro. I'm good,
Wait,
brother.
when Inter announce, yeah, Arteta.
Aywa. ايوه ارقص يا شيخ.
Hey, Habibi. That's gonna be in the announcement videos here. I'll text it to Inter.
والله حرام يا
يلا
أخي.
come.
والله حرام مان حرام.
Oh my
يا عمري مو يا اخي you beat us على فاضي. You know usually teams that beat us usually go win it, not lose 5-0 يا اخي. What is this? حرام يا اخي. حرام.
Just the process, Z. Just the process, bro. Just the process.
Yeah, I will trust the process. Don't worry, I will trust the process.
Have Inzaghi. If you want Inzaghi, take Inzaghi. Take him. He only wins when there's no pressure. Take Inzaghi. Tomorrow, take Inzaghi. I don't give a shit. Take Inzaghi. I don't care. I don't give a fuck. With all due respect to everyone, take Inzaghi. The crazy thing, Dembele didn't even have to play. He didn't even play. He played just a simple game. He didn't even score. Dembele didn't even score. Dembele didn't even score. He didn't even have to play. They gave us the kids. They gave us Desiree Doué and Kvaratskhelia. These are the people that played. These are the people that played. Was nobody aware you all were down second half? I actually don't know. Were we down? I actually don't know. Were we down? I don't know. I don't know if we were down. Were we down? How were we down? Did someone get injured? I don't know, Nafisa. How were we down? How were we down?
Look his face. Look his face. He's not trusting the process, bro. He's not trusting the process. Just the process, Habibi. Just the process.
Trust the process يا عم. Trust the process يا عم. تعمل ايه يا اخي؟ Trust the process يا عم. يا باشا trust the process. Trust the process.
It's better when you say it. You say it.
No, I'm saying in his accent, but it's not even in the Saudi accents, in the Egyptian. Trust the process يا عم. يا باشا. تعمل ايه يا باشا؟ Trust the process. You told us Mikel Arteta is very good. خلاص, if he's very good, you will take him at Inter Milan.
Look at his face.
Why that bit needs to be clipped for time.
Oh my god. Oh, just the bosses, Habibi. No, Zay, cook him in Arabic, bro.
Oh my god.
Cook him.
Oh my god. يا عم والله حرام عليك. بتضيع انزاجي افضل مدرب اللي عندكم من بعد مورينيو عشان تروحون تمشون تنزلوا تحت. حرام يا اخي. جيبوا العيد يا اخي. والله العظيم حبيبي كلام وضاع تاخذه وترميها في البحر. I said you take his words, you throw it at the beach, bro. The ocean.
No. Tell me something to say in it. Tell me something to say in Arabic. I need to coach him in his own mother tongue. Tell me
Yeah,
something to say to him.
Trust. Are you trying to say
How
trust
to
the
trust
process?
the
for
process?
example?
How to trust the process?
Trust the process. خليك تكون مصدق مع انزاجي.
Huh?
صدق انزاجي, like trust Inzaghi basically.
Satik Inzaghi. Huh?
Yeah, trust Inzaghi. صدقه. Believe in him.
That's it, man.
Basically.
That's it. Why are you looking toxic and negative, bro? Toxic and negative. Look at his face.
This is the most embarrassing defeat I've seen in my life.
Oh, I have another one for you. I have another one. By the way, this
I
one we
can't
use a lot of
imagine
football.
how to
Pause
come.
I have another one for you. Say,
Go on.
ادعم انزاجي.
Edaham.
Support Inzaghi. ادعم انزاجي.
Edaham Inzaghi. I need to talk to him in. If I talk to him in mother tongue, you understand, bro.
ادعم انزاجي, like support
Edaham
Inzaghi.
Inzaghi. Yalla. Edaham Inzaghi. Huh?
That's actually the better one than the one I gave you before, because the one's like believe in what he said.
Edaham Inzaghi.
ادعم
Yalla.
انزاجي, yeah, like you support him.
Yalla, please. You know what I'm saying?
Support.
Oh my God.
Come back from this. There is no comeback. There is no comeback. We didn't bottle it because we didn't even play. Yeah, we lost. We lost 3 cups. I think this is the biggest bottle job in the history of the sport.
Okay, so it's the biggest history in the bottle of the sport, losing a final. So what is Mikel Arteta? Please tell me. What's Mikel Arteta? Are you going to call him out? You're going to call Mikel Arteta out? Okay.
Well, you know what Arteta is? I'll give him.
I think this is the biggest bottle job in the history of this. I agree with you. Losing 3 competitions. This is the biggest bottle job I've seen. 100%. I agree with everything you guys say.
What does that say? I can't read Arabic. I'm not Arabic.
Theg Benza. Theg.
What does that?
Theg.
What does that say?
I don't know what I don't know if he's saying Zeg, like as in like Inzaghi is shit, but Theg I've never read in my life. I'll be real. I think he's trying to say Zeg, as in like shit, Inzaghi shit.
Bro, type it in English so we can all understand. Because obviously I'm not.
No, I can read obviously, but that Theg, the word I've never read in my life. I'll be real. Like
Yeah, man. Do it universal, man. There's so many different Arabics we don't understand in it. So.
Oh, thick. Oh, thick. Okay, now I understood. Thick, trust. Thick. Like have thick. Yeah, now I'm looking.
Okay, Habibi, come.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Well, I'm telling you right now, I need to learn some Arabic, bro.
He's right.
You know what it is? Yeah? We have to cook him in his mother tongue. We have to cook him in his own language. We have to cook him in his own process. You know what I'm saying?
Who had a better season, Arsenal or Inter? We bottled it, bro. Both of us had shit seasons. I don't know who had a worse season. I don't know. Losing 5-0 in the final, probably it is. I don't know. To be honest with you, I actually don't know who had a worse season. I genuinely have no idea who had a worse season. I actually don't know. I genuinely have no idea who had a worse season. Nobody showed up in the biggest game. That's a shame, Nafisa. Wallahi, that's a shame. Wallahi, I don't understand how did we get here? How did Inter play that bad? How did Inzaghi play that bad?
Just the process. I don't know why you're being so negative, bro. I don't know why you're being so negative. The Egyptian quagmire, you can hold that. You can absolutely hold that, bro. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know. I actually don't know, to be honest. Like, fuck this, bro. It's fucking shit. Did Osam even set up MHF? I don't think Osam set up MHF. I don't think Osam set up MHF. I don't know, to be honest with you. I'm just unless I see this manager goes, I don't know, bro. I don't know how can I cope with seeing his face on the touchline again. I don't know how can I cope with him being on the touchline of Inter ever again. I genuinely don't know.
You can deal with it, bro. You can deal with it. You know what I'm saying? The pyramid flipping Justin Timberlake. You can hold that. You know what I'm saying? The pyramid Justin Timberlake. You can hold that. Justin Timberlake, Habibi. Cry me a river, cry me a river. Hold that. I want to hear no bullshit from this guy, bro. You know what I'm saying? The Egyptian quagmire, you can hold that, bro. You know what I'm saying? You can hold that expeditiously because every time it's Arsenal, trust the process, get behind the team. It takes time. You can hold that, bro. I want to hear no bullshit from Mo, bro. You can hold that. You know what I'm saying? Get behind the team, Habibi. You know what I'm saying? The Egyptian Aladdin, you know, Arabian night, like Arabian day. You can hold that. Because every single time you told me to get behind the process, get behind the project, get behind the manager, you don't trust a manager that's won major honors, and you're telling me to back a manager that ain't one fuck all, bro. That ain't one fuck all. You can hold that, bro. I'm not hearing none of it, bro. Yo, Rizzy, what you telling me, bro?
Yo, bro. Big up Northside, big up the chat, big up Zier. Smoking on that Milan pack right now. Straight, bro. Them man can hold that, bro. Especially Mo. I like how you been cooking that guy, bro. He deserves it, bro. He's been sticking his nose in our business for too long, bro. For too long, this guy's been getting away with talking shit after shit, bro. He can hold that, bro. Where was the energy these guys had in the game they play with Barcelona? Where was the tactics? Where was the defense? Where was all those guys, those world-class players, world-class Barella? Where was those guys, bro, today? Bro, this is an embarrassment of epic proportions. I'm telling you, we all can see it right now. History. This season is a season of history. So many clubs win their first trophies. They gave a few seasons back, they gave City their first trophy. Crazy. Lautaro Martinez, he's a bum. Ever since the World Cup, Messi could have had how many assists in that World Cup if it wasn't for this guy. This guy bottled so many chances after chances. And I think they would have learned not to. Yeah, he's beloved in Italy, but when it comes to these high pressure games, he and Arteta and Odegaard, they have the same thing in common. Same fucking thing in common. That man can hold that, bro. Been sticking your nose in our business for too long. Oh, yeah, Arsenal's fans should trust the process and go along with Arteta's plan and his vision and everything he has. Go along with your club's plans and vision. Don't tell us what we should do, our standards, what we should have. Hold that, bro.
Facts, bro. This Zach Malik looking benchwood, bro. I'm tired of this guy, bro. He can hold that, bro. A man can never chat to me, bro. Man can never chat to me. Do you know what I'm saying? Never chat to me. Let's listen to what he's got to say, innit? Because it's always different when it's their club.
How can this guy be ever the coach of Inter again? This is the worst defeat. This is the worst defeat in Inter's history, ever. There is nobody that had a worse defeat than this in Inter's history. No one. Like, in a Champions League final, you don't show up with your players. I think you need to leave. Arsenal, surely next season will be ours. Next season will not be ours. I'm telling you now, Inter are not winning anything next season. I'm telling you. Because while Napoli spend money and get players, I don't think we're going to win anything next season.
Okay, so you got to a final, Inter not winning anything. This budget DJ Khaled from Poundland, yeah? Don't ever fucking tell me that Arteta's going to win something in Europe. You got to a final, you didn't win it. Cool. You lost it comfortably. Never tell me that Arteta is going to win something in Europe because you don't even believe in your manager that got to the final. Did Inzaghi have £750 million to spend? No. Did Inzaghi have all of his ingredients? No. So how is he able to get to a final? You want to tell me that Arteta with more money is going to get to a final? Based on what? Based on what? This slim fast DJ Khaled, bro, you can hold that. You can hold that. I never want to hear nothing about you talking about Arsenal again. Because everything you talk about Arsenal, yeah, and you tell me, oh, Inter is different. Inter is different levels. Inter is a different context. Yeah? Hold that, filho da puta. Hold that. Yeah? Hold that. Hold that.
At least you can say next season you have hope. I don't think there's a comeback from this. I swear to God. Worst goal difference.
There's not a comeback from Inter Milan going toe-to-toe to the final game to win the league and getting to a Champions League final. There's no comeback from that. Okay, remember this chat, yeah? So what are you going to tell me about Man United next season? What are you going to tell me about Arsenal this season? Nick, what are you going to tell me about Inter next season? Chatting shit. Chatting absolute shit. If you get to the wire on a league title race to the last game and you get to the Champions League final and you tell me there's no comeback, never tell me trust the fucking process with a manager that's never got there. How about that?
In a Champions League final, by the way, 100%. I said that, Nafisa. This is the worst ever Champions League final performance in the history of the sport. Ever.
And but Lord side,
There is nobody that had a worse performance than this in the.
Yo,
Lord side, let me say this, bro. You see, some of these non-Arsenal fans, these are some of these guys are some of the guys that have our fans brainwashed. Have some of these Arteta lovers brainwashed because they be saying shit on the internet and they're so gullible. They buy into anything, bro. Yeah. These are the guys that out there brainwashing some of these fans, having them following this foolish narrative and rhetoric that's been put out there.
it's always different when it's their club, isn't it? It's always different when it's their club. It's always different. The logic behind football is always different when it's their club, isn't it?
The final. Nobody has ever had a worse performance in the final, ever. That never happened. That never happened.
Look how stressed he is. Look how stressed
He's
he is.
finished, bro.
I'm not gonna
Inter
lie.
ever again.
This guy got him a lot.
He's
right now.
literally a choker. I'm being serious. Champions League final in the history, and Inter are the losing part of it. And you're telling me I care about Bastoni or this or that? I really don't care. I swear to God, I don't care. I swear to God, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Who leaves, who stays, who gives a fuck? Who gives a fuck?
Who gives a fuck, yeah? The same person that said, yo, trust the process, trust the young players. The manager needs time. He wants the manager gone. He wants players that have won major honors for his club gone. And he's saying, who the fuck cares? Okay. But all of this shit, yeah, when it's your club. When it's my club, trust the process. Okay, let's continue.
There's no point. Bro, I still think it's a dream and I'll wake up. And we might lose, but we might play better. Like, we might lose, but we might play better. Like, I don't know what to do. I really don't know what to do.
Trust the process. Get behind the team. Get behind the players. That's what you can do. All the bullshit you tell us to do in the Premier League, that's what you can do.
At this current moment, I want Inzaghi to leave. I want everyone to go. I want the players to leave. And I want new players to wear the shirt. I support the shirt. I don't support Inzaghi. I don't give a fuck about him. I don't give a fuck about these players. They can go fuck themselves. They can go do whatever the fuck they want.
Okay, so when we have the same energy, when it's Arsenal, Arteta, Odegaard, Martinelli, okay, why don't you say the same thing when it's Premier League clubs? You don't give a fuck about the players, your words. You don't give a fuck about the manager, your words. But when it's the Premier League clubs, oh yeah, but maybe they can develop. This is where you see someone's true colors. When it's your club, you don't give a fuck about the manager. You don't give a fuck about the players. Your words. This ain't my words. This is your words. But when it's a Premier League club that you don't give a shit about, trust the process. Give it time. Yeah? Hold that, Mo. Hold that. I hope you're in pain. I hope this lives with you for the whole fucking summer. I hope you can hold that. Because when it's my club, you be talking all this bullshit about context and all this bullshit. You be getting Rory talks bullshit on your channel, talking absolute bollocks. Yeah? But when it's your club, I don't give a shit. I support the club, not the players, not the manager. Cool. Guess what? I don't support the club. I don't support the players. I don't support the manager. I support my fucking badge. You can hold that. How about that? How about that?
But I'm done with them. I'm done with them. No way Inzaghi is the issue. PSG players are class. Inter, Inzaghi gets a free agent. Who's next coach? I don't care what happens if he gets third instead. Back Inzaghi. I am not. No. I'm not sure if you're sarcastic or not. It doesn't matter. He was embarrassed. He was embarrassed.
It's funny because when it's their club, yeah, I'm not hearing none of this shit about trust the process. I'm not hearing none of this shit about they're developing. I'm not hearing none of this shit about it's a journey to be proud of. I'm not hearing none of this shit about. All I hear is I don't support the players or the manager. I support the club. Okay, cool. Keep that same fucking energy when you talk about my fucking club, innit? How about that? Keep that same fucking energy because the reality always hits when you talk about your own fucking club. And when it's your own club, you don't give a shit about no process, project, none of it. You care about your club, and if they're not good enough, fuck off. Your words. So why is it different when it's my fucking club? Because guess what? I don't support Man United, but I always say, fuck the manager, fuck the players. They're not good enough, get better. Chelsea, fuck the players, fuck the manager. They're not good enough, get better. I keep the same standard regardless. I don't even fucking support those clubs. But when it's my club, you want to be talking about all this. Oh, but we want to have a conversation. Fuck that. Does this guy look like he wants to have a conversation when it comes to Inter? Hold that.
Last couple of seasons, he was taking names. He was taking names the last couple of seasons.
Didn't you take names after Madrid?
This is when you get the reality, bro. When their club loses, you get the reality. And that's why I respect Zir. Because Zir don't support Arsenal. But guess what he always says? Bro, I keep this fucking same standards, bro. It's bullshit.
Bro, I still think company should be gone.
But Zir, look what he's done for the club.
Yeah, well, guess what? He better fix up next season or he can get the fuck out, bro.
You don't
Bro,
jump on here.
He's lucky my player shit, but back to
you
the
don't
point.
jump on here. Zir, you never jump on here telling me no side, but context. No side. But it's not good. But trust the process. No side. Odegaard will become world class next season. That's the difference.
Yeah, Bao, can I tell you some? Can I tell you some context? By the way, can I tell you something about context quickly, if you don't mind?
Go on.
So here's the thing about context, because a lot of people tell me context this, context this. I don't mind hearing context, but do you know what the problem is with these contexts? These contexts, it's not like it's something beyond control. You can still control these contexts. So where do you go from here? I have to say this to every single person, bro. Like, where do you go from? Like, I can easily tell you right now. Oh, I understand. Yes, he's going through this. He's going through this. Blah. Like, bro, when we lost to his team, Inter Milan, context, right? Okay, I'm like, I get that. Cool. However, whose fault is that? Max Erbel, the Peter Griffin-looking prick. Where do you go from here? You know what I mean? It comes down to you can solve these problems from ahead of time. But people don't understand this. They think that, you know, you call this, and I understand over time you have to deal with what's in hand. I get it. But you shouldn't even be in this position to begin with. That's the point that we all, I'm assuming, are trying to make. You should have never been here to begin with. That's the point. But yeah, that's my point about it.
Where's the context behind when his club fails? He don't want to hear nothing about context. He don't want to go based on what the manager did last season. He wants to know about what are you doing for me lately. So when you not call out, but when you come up with all this bullshit about context for the fans that are real fans, Okay, use the same fucking logic, yeah, and back your team. Because you want to tell us to back a manager in Arteta that's won fuck all in 5 years. But a manager that's won you major honors in the last 2 years, you want out. Make that make sense, bro. Make that
Bro,
make sense.
the old
Surely the manager that's won you things in the last 2 years deserves more context and more process talk than the manager ain't won me fuck all in the last 5 years. Surely,
bro,
logically, that makes more sense.
bro.
But you want him out. Do you know why? Because you're not a fucking Arsenal supporter. So next time you talk about my fucking club, yeah, put some fucking respect on my name. You may not put respect on my club, put some fucking respect on my name. Because when you told me when I saw you in person, you told me, no, sir, respectfully, you're not Inter. Well, guess what, filo da puta? You're not Real Madrid, you're not Bayern Munich, you are not Barca, and you are not champion. You're not the heritage of European teams that win back-to-back league titles. So you know what? Hold that. Don't tell me nothing. Hold that.
Bro, the whole context thing is when it's convenient to them. It's they try to put the whole context thing in play when it's convenient for them to say, oh, with Arsenal are bottlers. Well, your club are bottlers too. Your club are bottlers too.
Bro, I told him to his face. I said to him on live, yeah, a couple of months ago. I said,
Yeah.
when I spoke to him, I said to him, bro, your club is a feeder club. And he goes,
Oh
he
yeah,
got
I seen it live.
when I said that, he's like, oh, I'm like, you want me to see the reality about Arsenal, but you don't want me to see the reality of Inter. You're a fucking feeder club, bro. When they want to go win back-to-back major honors, they leave your fucking club. I'm not lying. They do. Your club is not the destination. Your club is part of the journey, just like my club. Yes, your club has got European heritage, but your club is not known to consecutively win major honors, bro. They're not. Am I like, bro? Anyone here? I'll debuttal any of you.
I mean, historically, historically they are, but like recently
They fed them Hakimi.
Historically, they are. Since when?
They fed them Hakimi.
No,
When
no, no,
they won
forget
the
about-
treble
no,
with
no, 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 forget that. No, no,
when
I
they
mean
won the treble with Mourinho, did they win it again?
No, 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 I'm not talking about champions. I'm talking about domestically. Domestically,
No,
they're known
I'm
for-
talking about European because domestically.
Domestically, like they bottled the league a lot.
No, but domestically is a different conversation. He's talking to me down to me because of international. He's saying, "Yo, I've won the Champions League, which you have, and which you are a bigger club." When we talk about Champions League, when do you consecutively win Champions Leagues, bro? Tell me, Zia. When did they win back to back?
I mean, they've won it in the 60s and 2010, sorry.
Back to
The
back,
last Champions League was 2011,
No, no,
right?
So 60s, I'm not sure if it was back to back, but I know
When
that
in the 2000s do they win it back to back?
None, 2010.
This is my point. So yeah, you can talk down to me, but okay, let's move the conversation between European heritage, bro. You can't hold on to your best players when you don't win it back to back. That's the truth. My club are nobodies in Europe. I already know this. I know this. Nobody needs to tell me this. I know this. But you're talking like, oh yeah, oh Inter, but no, you can't, bro. Let's get into the big boy talks. You are part of the journey, not part of the destination, bro. That's what your club is. That's the reality. They can pick up a Champions League every couple of years, but guess what? If they want to keep consecutively winning Champions League, you're not the destination. Messi, Ronaldo, all these big players are not looking at your club. R9 even moved from your club, yo, to go to a bigger club. Why? Because you're not that club. You're not that club. You're not. You don't win it back to back. You don't defend your European title.
True.
That's the reality. So when you're talking to me, I can take it. But guess what? Don't talk to me like you're the destination for these players, bro. The destination is Barca, Real Madrid, or Bayern. It's not your club, bro. It's not. Your club ain't the fucking destination. And now you can hold that. Because your arrogance made you feel like you're that club. Bro, this ain't the fucking 80s, bro. This ain't the 90s, bro.
It's not. They only won in 64, 63, and 64. Oh no, 64 and 65. I'm looking at it right now. 64, 65, and 20.
About?
Yeah, that was a back-to-back win.
Yeah, so they won back-to-back in 1963-4 and then 64-65.
Yeah.
And
Well,
then they
I
won
got-
2011, right? I think after that, right? Or 2010 was
No,
it?
2000.
Let's continue.
مرحبا مرحبا يا شباب.
Some of these players need to refund the fans. Everyone that traveled and went to the final need to be refunded. I am waiting for the news about Inzaghi, by the way. He has to leave.
I'm waiting
Today.
too. I'm waiting too.
He has to leave now.
He has to leave now. What does that say from forward? What does that say? I can't read Arabic.
Marhaba means welcome. Marhaba, marhaba ya shabab. Like, welcome everybody.
Forward, just be quiet because you're a certified loser. This ain't a conversation for you, innit?
Yeah, he said marhaba, welcome. Yeah, welcome everyone. He's right. Welcome guys. Actually,
Yeah,
Shabab is
welcome
guys.
everyone. Be quiet. We don't need you to say welcome. Be quiet.
I want him gone. I don't want to see him at the club.
How do you say be quiet in Arabic?
Esket.
That's good.
That's good. That's good. Yeah, that's good.
Eskid.
Yeah, that's a good one, yeah.
Yeah, that's good, yeah.
Eskid. Yeah?
Yeah.
Habibi, this is not for you.
Or if you want to say, or you can say خلك ساكت, as in like stay quiet.
Okay, now how do I say that? Slowly.
خلك
Halik.
ساكت.
Halik socket.
Oh.
I'm
There
dangerous.
you
I'm
go.
telling you, I'm
Stay quiet.
dangerous. When it comes to Arabic, I'm dangerous.
Club again.
Not bad, to be fair. The خلك is not bad.
Ever again. Ever again. Like, to be honest, tactics, no tactics, shit, no shit. He needs to go.
What I want to know.
No tactics, yeah?
What I want to know.
I'm being serious.
What's this guy saying? What's this guy saying to his own fan base, to the Italian fans? What is he telling them to trust the process? Was he telling them
I'm
that?
being serious. He needs to leave.
He's telling you he needs to leave.
Yeah. He wants him sacked
They
right
deserve to win. They deserve everything. And I'm done with him, bro. I'm done with him. Wallahi, I'm done. Khalas. He needs to.
Wallahi,
now. I think he will be sacked tomorrow
He
morning.
brings me a major honor in the last 2 years. Wallahi, I'm done with him. He gets me to the Champions League final. Wallahi, I'm done with him. But when it's my club, give it time. It's a process. Make this shit make sense, bro. Make this shit make sense. Why is it
Brainwash.
different when it's my club, bro? Do you know why? Because you don't fucking respect my club. And you want to run with the agenda, whatever gets you the most clicks. I'm sorry. I don't have a personal vendetta against Judge Mo, but you chat shit. You chat shit. And Judge Mo, I hope you see this. You chat absolute fucking shit. And when it comes to my club, keep my fucking club out your mouth. Because when it comes to my club, yeah, you try and run this fucking bullshit agenda about Arteta can do it. When it's your club that wins major honors under the same manager, wallahi, I'm done. Wallahi, you know. Wallahi, I'm done. But when it's my club, give it time. Say wallahi, Arteta is gonna win the league. I want to hear you say wallahi.
No. We got to fast 3 days if we say that.
Say wallahi to me that we're gonna win the league. You're not gonna say that. You know why? Because
Because
you
he
know
doesn't want to fast.
the next time you want to address me or anything I say about you, yeah, tell me wallahi next season Arteta is gonna win the league. Tell me that. If you tell me wallahi, because all my Muslim friends, when they tell me wallahi, I know they're chatting the truth, innit? What they truly believe. If you want to address me, tell me, Northside, I want it titled, Northside, wallahi, we're going to win the league. Arsenal are going to win the league next season. Then I can respect you.
I
If
gotta,
you
after
don't
this
use the
season,
word
you
wallahi,
can't predict
I don't
that.
want to hear you. I don't want to hear you, bro.
After this season, you can't predict that no more. Like that was his chance. That was his opportunity, and like he didn't even try. Yeah. You hear me?
Joking.
By the way, can I
go.
just say that? By the way, him swearing on God's name to actually say that Arteta or Arsenal is gonna win the league. Yeah, no, hey, that ain't happening, brother. Because he probably have to fast 3 days, bro. Like, don't take all the people's word too.
If he believes it, when you say wallahi, from my
Not
understanding,
smiley.
it's
Not smiley.
it's your honest truth.
Yeah. Like if you swear on
Mm.
God, like if you say Wallah al-Azim this or that, it basically is like you are guaranteeing like that whatever it
It's
is
gonna
the
happen.
truth. Or it's gonna happen, yeah. But here's the thing, if it doesn't happen, now you're finished. That's the
Yeah.
point. You have to fast like 3 days and yeah, this is the thing. So this is why you have to be careful.
That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. I'm gonna say this. Wallahi, we're not winning the league next season, bro. We're not.
There you are.
And
That's
Okay,
I'm
if you
fine.
win the league next
He needs to go.
season, you're fasting
There
3
you are.
days.
But that's not happening.
if not, I'll fast for 3 days. I'll fast.
Yeah, he's
No
chilling,
problem.
yes. He's chilling.
I'll fast.
Now you're chilling, though. So it ain't happening. So it's true. You're chilling.
He needs to leave. Like, I don't know where to go from here. We're 40 likes away from 1,500 likes, which is going to be a record stream for this channel, by the way. It's a record stream for this channel.
Record stream.
40 likes. If you're here and you haven't hit that like button, like the video, subscribe if you're new, because we're actually very close to 33K, actually. So let's get 1,500 likes before we end the stream.
Oh, we're talking about the lights. So we're talking about hitting the light. Okay, no problem. Can I say this? When I did Life is Hard, I had one brother, and big up to you. He tried to convert me to Islam. Let me say this, yeah? I respect all religions. And for my understanding of Islam, which I do respect alongside all religions, I do, yeah? I respect what people believe, yeah? I drink on stream. I drink alcohol, yeah? I know I'm not going to give it up. I wouldn't disrespect Islam by saying I'm converted and I'm drinking. I wouldn't do that. Do you know why? Because I have integrity. I'm not going to do that. If I'm going to convert or I'm going to do something, I'm going to respect the culture. If I'm going to say that, whatever it means, religion, anything, I'm not going to do that and continue. I know I'm not going to stop drinking. So I'm not going to do that because I don't want to misrepresent Islam. I don't want to misrepresent Caribbean or Jamaican culture. I don't want to misrepresent anything. So the best way I can do is be a good person. God knows my heart. God knows my intentions. But I don't want to disrespect anyone. And that is why. So big up to you. I genuinely appreciate it. But I don't want to disrespect anyone because for my acknowledgement, I can't drink alcohol. I'm not going to say that I'm converting, I'm drinking alcohol, I'm doing this. I'm not going to do that because I respect what people respect. I may not agree completely, but I'm not going to disrespect. Do you get what I'm saying? So that's my standing on it. But I appreciate you telling me that, yo, Northside, you're going through a dark place. You want to go to Islam. Listen, I respect Islam. I respect Hinduism. I respect everything. Because at the end of the day, I don't care who you are or where you're from or who you believe. Everyone deserves respect, innit? In my opinion, everyone deserves respect. But I'm not going to blindly get behind something and then not respect the foundations. That's just me, innit? So that's what I'm saying, innit? So respectfully, I'm not going to do that, but I respect you, innit? But I respect you. But respectfully, I'm not going to represent something that I'm not fully representing the right way. Because then I'm going to upset my brothers that are from that, whether they're Caribbean, whether they're Muslim, whether they're Christian, whether they're this and that. So I'm Northside. I do my own thing, and I'm just me, innit? Don't hold me to nothing, innit? But
That's the way to go, bro.
Yeah, I don't want to. I don't want to disrespect anyone, bro.
Is it just the drinking for you, or
Someone's
is
already
it more
calling
than
me
that?
out about it's Islam, not Islam. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not, bro. I don't want this.
By the way, realistically, it's Islam, but like you wouldn't be able to pronounce it that way, and I understand that. So like, it's not that.
I'm not Arab, bro. That's
It's Islam, realistically. Like I get what he's trying to say, but like, yeah, come on, like let's be really reasonable, yeah, Jamal.
Yeah, don't be rude, man. Yeah, don't do that, bro.
I'm Portuguese, bro. I'm not perfect, innit? But
Man, fuck these grammar police, bro. That's all they do.
Yeah, I hate that. Yeah,
I
hate that.
listen.
Like I know I sometimes do it. I remember I did it once with the Saudi thing, but that was because I wanted to troll a bit because I was getting cooked left, right, and center. But like realistically, like they're foreigners. Like, well, how are they supposed to pronounce it that way, bro? The ain itself is hard to pronounce. Like ain, kha, you know, like come on, man. Let's be real. Like
Yeah. But you are doing well with your Arabic pronunciations when we give you a couple of words. I'll give you that. Yeah.
That's all I'm saying. Like I said,
Yeah.
It's not even that.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm done anyway. I'm just gonna go to the football terrace for a bit, and then I'm gonna do MHF with Hussam just to rant a bit. I'm not even recording a video for this.
oh, you're gonna rant. You're gonna rant. No problem. Let's see you ranting on a football terrace because we want to see that, bro.
Now that I use Monday service, AI makes
We
solving
want to
tickets
see
my
that,
form
bro.
of meditation.
I want to see all your real opinions on every platform.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are joined by the brilliant, the wonderful Judge Mo is here.
Everyone be quiet. Let him talk.
Put him in the center.
Bro, I'm just gonna say one thing. To be honest, this is I think this is the worst day of my life after my dad died. I'm being serious.
Oh, so you
That was
losing that
wild.
it's the worst day of his life, you know. But when we call out Mikel Arteta, it can't be the worst day of our life when we're bottling the Carabao Cup, bottling the FA Cup, bottling the league title, bottling the Champions League. No, it's just the process. But when you lose in the Champions League, it's the worst day of your. Okay, let's go.
I don't think I've ever been this down as a football fan. To be honest, like, you don't understand. I don't think any of your club has had this feeling ever. I don't wish this on Man United fans, Barcelona fans, like anyone, Juventus fans.
When
and
we lost
anybody,
like
to be
3-1
honest.
against
Like, this is the worst
against
Champions
Real
League final
Madrid
I've ever
with that
watched in my
Karius thing,
life.
my stomach just dropped.
Forget.
What'd you say, bro?
Yeah, when we lost like 3-1 against Real Madrid in that Champions League final, my stomach just dropped like instantly. Yeah.
This man is humbled,
Yeah.
and I'm loving it.
Yeah.
I'm loving it because of his own logic. It doesn't work when it's his club.
That I'm an Inter fan, and I've never seen a team this bad, in my opinion. I've never seen a team this bad in my life in a Champions League final. Even like the worst final was Barcelona 4-0, and we just topped that by 5-0. To be honest with you. And I don't know what to say other than just one thing, to be honest. I don't think there's a comeback from this for the club. And
So Inter going to the wire for the league title, going to the Champions League final. There's no comeback for a club like this. Interesting, because I want to see what the comeback is for Man City, what the comeback is for Arsenal. What's the comeback? If your club goes to the wire with the league title, loses it, goes to the Champions League final, loses it, there's no comeback. His words, there's no comeback for a club like this. But when it's my club, are you going to say that? I hope you keep that same energy when it comes to my club. I bet you won't, though, because it doesn't get views. I bet you won't say that, though. Anyone disagrees with me, I'm happy to listen to it.
I mean,
Comeback.
for Arsenal, you got to do the right things in the transfer market to even get a chance, in my opinion.
But there's no comeback. We didn't get to the final, bro.
So,
I
north
mean,
side, would you fancy us in the final? Seeing how this game turn out?
I just want to know where it reflects evenly to Arsenal, because your manager took you to the wire in both major competitions. Yes, he didn't win it. I hear that. But where the fuck did my manager do? Because we was never in a league race with Liverpool.
Yeah.
We never took it to the wire in the Champions League. But
Yeah.
I bet you'll tell me trust the process. This is where it doesn't make sense to me. How does it compute when it's Arsenal, though? No, but it's okay. Trust Arteta, a couple more players, it'll be all right. If you're gonna back Arteta and tell me that a couple more players in the summer and we get over the line, surely a manager that got you to the last game to win the title, a manager that got you to the Champions League final, but didn't win it, which is on quarter of the budget that my manager's on, surely you'll trust that manager, no? Surely. He's on quarter of the budget and arguably got further in winning major honors. Why would you not back that? Anyone? I don't know. Anyone?
Bro,
Exactly. It don't fucking make sense.
don't
It
make
don't
no
make
sense.
sense, bro. It don't make sense. The only thing it makes sense in is getting views and trusting Mikel Arteta. That's the only thing it makes sense. It don't make sense because I'm waiting. Someone make an argument that I'm.
So what was your question while I was gone, Northside? If you don't mind me trying to answer it.
The Inter Milan manager has a quarter of the money that Arteta has.
Yes.
Goes to the final day to the wire to win a major honor in Italy to win the league title. Goes to the European final to win the title. Doesn't win either. That manager, by the words of Judge Mo, there's no way to come back from this. He is done. He has to leave his club. Mikel Arteta, that is spent more money, goes to the semi-finals. Doesn't even take Liverpool to the wire to win the title. How can you tell me that Arteta needs more time and Inzaghi doesn't need more time when Arteta spent more money?
Arteta's done, bro. Arteta's
There is
finished, man.
Yeah, my bad.
There isn't much of an
I
argument.
understand the question, though. I understand the question. Yeah, Arteta is in a worse situation. If that's your question, like, there's no coming back for Arteta more so than Inzaghi.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Like right now, he's going to next season with nobody believing in him, and he has to prove people wrong, or else he's pretty much done.
Like, Inzaghi has more of a reason. So, if that's what you mean.
Yeah, and
I think the manager should resign on the
Bro.
spot. By the way, I was gonna
Go on, bro.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, the narrative, there would be a narrative say we got to the final and lose. And we come on stream say, no, sack Arteta, don't give him no more, don't give him another season. People would be going mad. People like this guy would be going mad. How could you want the manager sack? He got you to a Champions League final in years. You guys haven't been there. Wait till he win it. All that stuff. So how come you want your manager to leave? How come you want your manager to leave when it would be the same way around? So there isn't much of an argument, bro. Arteta is in the worst position, as everybody said.
Quick question: is Mo Arteta in?
Yeah, he's been Arteta. He's been Arteta.
When it's convenient to me, it's when it's convenient for him.
Yeah, because I didn't see him on stream ever say that, but so that's why I'm asking.
No, you got to listen to the words.
Thing is, then I was gonna say, Aziz al-Mushkila. Okay, he usually defends Arteta. Like, I remember when Arsenal beat me, he's, where are you Arteta haters? Come outside now and all that stuff. You know, so you could just like that, you can tell he's been backing Arteta. He's backing the style of play that they have and all. Like, there's only a few occasions I've seen him call out the manager, and even then, it's not been like one of those in which he'll be like, the manager has to go type thing. Like, maybe he'll say in a moment, then he'll go back to the usuals. يعني بكل الاحترام يعني, you know what I mean? Like, that's what it is.
Big
I hear you.
Big mushkila.
That's a big mushkila.
record the video.
So
But I said I would just come here and say this. If anyone wants Inzaghi as a coach, just be my guest. This guy will be remembered as the serial butler of Inter Milan. If Arsenal want him, if Chelsea want him, if anyone wants Inzaghi, he just can go and just fucking fuck himself. To be honest with you. Like, to be honest with you. This guy embarrassed the club as an institute. This club had great players and great managers. From back in the 60s, we had Lothar Matthäus, we had R9, we had Milito, Eto'o, Zanetti. This guy has embarrassed the football club. I'm being serious, by the way. There is no embarrassment worse than losing a final 5-0.
No biggest embarrassment than losing a final, yeah? Okay, no problem. No problem, Mo.
He played the whole game and he didn't look. one bit up to it. And I'm just saying, I'm sorry to Barcelona fans. You should have let you play the final. I'm being serious. We should have let Barcelona play the final. They would have played better. We should at least would have watched Yamal play instead of a bum like Lautaro Martinez or a Thuram or Bastoni or any of these fuckers that don't deserve the shirt. None of these players deserve to wear the shirt ever again.
Any of these fuckers, you know. So a team that doesn't win you a major honor. Any of these fuckers, yeah. Okay, cool.
Ever again. None of them. They embarrassed a great institute that had a treble, that had Champions Leagues, that had league titles. One of the biggest.
Okay, they embarrassed a great institute that won in the in Europe. Yeah, what the fuck has Arsenal done in embarrassing an institution that won Premier League titles against Fergie? Is that not fair for me to say? Is that not fair? Forget about the Champions League. Win me a fucking Premier League.
Yeah.
Are they not embarrassing the institution that won 13 Premier League titles? No?
Man's asking for ni'mah at this rate.
Am I wrong?
No, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. If anything, ni'mah is a good thing, by the way.
I'm just saying. He's talking about his institution, which I understand. What about my institution?
Yeah.
Of winning in the Premier League.
And I think there's a lot of contradiction going on because this guy's bringing up history. When Arsenal fans bring up history, we like to hear, what are you doing now? What have you won lately? So it's the same energy. What have you won lately?
It's true. I mean, it's true. What have you done lately? But then again, that's why you demand more.
If Arteta cared about his legacy as a coach, he would like leave Arsenal.
Yeah, I don't think he cares as if he does not.
Man's getting 15 mil a year, bro.
Yeah, he's there for the money.
Who's gonna leave that? Yeah. I said it's gonna have to get to probably Wenger when people wanted Wenger out levels for this guy to leave.
Yeah. I think even worse too, like because like he's really clinching onto the club, like he's not letting it go at all.
By the way, I genuinely think Berta not getting backed is going to be like the final straw that breaks the camel's back.
Yeah.
Interesting.
That's clubs in the world. He just embarrassed them. And they embarrassed us as fans and they embarrassed me. And I genuinely don't wish this on any of the clubs that I even dislike, a Barcelona or a Man United. I don't know if any of you, all of you have been watching football for over 20 years. And I don't think that any of you have had this feeling in your life. When Liverpool lost, they lost with dignity with a mistake from a goalkeeper. When Man United lost, at least they put in a performance. They scored a goal and they lost against Messi. We've lost against kids. Desiree Doué, Barcola, Vitinha. And I don't give a fuck if you spend money and buy these players. You wear that shirt, you put in a performance, you fight for the badge. But they didn't. These fuckers need to leave. I don't think they can ever look at the fans in the eyes again. I don't think ever. If these guys walk out of a tunnel again in San Siro, they need to get booed in every.
So when it's Inter Milan and they don't win in Europe, they can never look the fans in the eyes again. They can never wear the shirt again. What about Arsenal players? What about our heritage in the Premier League? Can they look the fans in the eyes? Are they fit enough to wear the shirt? It's funny because you can talk about heritage in Europe, but you can talk about heritage in your own league. Can my players look us in the eyes again? It's funny because there's only a one way of looking at this when you're a foreign fan. What about my club?
Single minute they play football for Inter Milan. And I don't give a shit. Barcelona, it took them 12 years to forget the embarrassment that they had against Milan. I actually think this will always be a stain on this club forever. I think in 50 years, this club will be remembered as the club that lost the final 5-0. Because
in 50 years, they'll be the club that was remembered for bottling the league in 50 years. What about Arteta? What about when we were 8 points clear? Did you say that about Arsenal? Did you say that about Arsenal? Because I recall you never said that about Arsenal. But when it's your club, they will be remembered as a club that bottled it. So why do you have a different standard when it's your club? That's what I'm saying. I don't disagree with how he feels about Inter. What I disagree with is how you manipulate it when it's Arsenal, bro. That's what I have a problem with. You don't speak this bluntly when it's my football club. What about, do you know what I'm going to say? Context when it comes to your club. Context.
Context matters.
Why is
By
it
the way,
different
he
when
was
it's
the
your fucking club, bro?
yeah. By the way, he was the first guy to cook us when we got knocked out by PSG. First guy.
Oh no, but I'm not gonna lie. I cooked Liverpool too, but I had my own reasons. My reason was Hassam was being a fraud, bro.
I don't mind
Yeah.
him cooking Arsenal. Cook it,
Big up
but
Hassam, but he's a
cook it
fraud.
expeditiously. Cook us when we get kicked out the FA Cup. Cook us when we get kicked out the Carabao Cup. Cook this club when Arsenal Football Club continue to stay with Mikel Arteta. That's what I want to see. That's what I want to see, bro.
I don't think this will ever happen again. Ever happen again. Like, I don't think you will ever see your club as Man United, as Chelsea, Arsenal, whatever. I believe if Liga Warsaw played in that final, they would have put in better performance than this.
The funny thing is, we weren't good enough to get to the final, so that's irrelevant.
I genuinely believe if Ipswich Town played that, if Leeds played this, if Sheffield United played this game, he would have absolutely had a better performance than this. I've never seen this team this bad, and it's led by the manager of Simone Inzaghi. When I
Okay,
Get rewarded for you.
okay, let me just say this while the advert's going. When you under-deliver as Inter Milan, it's led by the manager. Okay, when Arsenal don't get over the line by the manager, which is Mikel Arteta, why the fuck do you not call out Mikel Arteta then? Because your words is led by the manager. Your words, not my words, your words. When you underachieve, it's led by the manager. When it's Arteta, process. Take time. Is it surely by your own logic is led by the manager? Like you just said when it's Inter. Oh, okay, but you don't want to call out Mikel Arteta because it doesn't get you views. Okay, I hear that.
that this guy bottles it under pressure. He did. Against Atletico Madrid, we had the chance to win. Against Milan, we had the chance to win. Against Napoli, they gave us the league, we gave it back. Against Milan 3 years ago, he bottled the league. Arteta might be better than this guy. Ten Hag might be better than this guy. Ten Hag didn't.
Oh, okay. Well, let me tell you something. Arteta doesn't get to finals. Arteta doesn't win major honors. Arteta doesn't get over the line. So everything that you're cussing this manager from, Arteta doesn't even get you in that fucking position in the first place. He don't get you to the last game of the league in a league title race. He doesn't get you to a fucking Champions League final. So what the fuck are you chatting about? What are you talking about? This manager gets you to finals. He gets you to the last game. And you want him out. Arteta doesn't get you there. But yet you're telling us Arteta is a better manager. Based on fucking what, bro? He doesn't even get you into that position. With Arteta, with the money
Company won a league
spent,
title.
with the money spent, would Arteta get into the final? Any of you doesn't.
Yeah, Arteta. Yeah. Arteta's the kind of manager that needs to be back like crazy, bro. You need to
Bro, he's a type of manager that needs to know his role and shut his mouth, bro. Let the director do the job.
Let me say this. You see Arteta, the time that Arteta got at Arsenal, the amount of manager in world football will kill for that time and that money that he got.
Exactly, yeah. Facts.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. I'm just going off of what he's saying.
Can I also just quickly say? Can I just quickly say one thing? By the way, I'm not sure if it's gonna happen, but even the fact that you're linked with Leroy Sané that in itself shows how much of a fraud Arteta is. By the way,
all former Guardiola players, he's just chasing after them like crazy, bro.
Like no, I had to bring this up because like when you're going for a guy like that, like. You're asking for trouble at this club, bro. At your club, you're just asking for trouble, bro. I've seen this for like 5 years, bro. You know what I mean? So, hey, listen, man. Arteta, if I'm being really honest,
how can he suck off Arteta But then a manager that's won more major honors, you want him out. Make
Because
it
of
make
context,
sense.
brother. Context, brother. That's why, man. Context, brother.
Yeah, he at least won his league title.
Bro.
I ain't even gonna respond to that. It just doesn't. This is the thing, yeah. When you think about what these men say, it doesn't logically make sense because it's flawed. You can't
I
say
agree,
Arteta
Claude, yeah,
in
I
and
agree.
Inzaghi out when Inzaghi's won a major honor. Logically, that doesn't make sense. It can't. It can't compute.
Yeah, but Northside, you know how they view it. I'm gonna be honest. You know how they usually view it. The way they usually view it is, Arsenal's in a Premier League. All these other clubs are not in the Premier League. So for them, it should be easier to do this, do this, do this. Here's the problem, you goons. The fact that you're metricing it based on competition in Premier League, that's already a flaw in itself because the competition is just there because everybody else there is dead. And that's the truth. Competition there is dead these days. This ain't Premier League from a decade or so ago. Not even a decade, bro. I'm being rude to 2 decades ago. 2 decades ago, not like I've seen it, but I've heard about it. Yeah. And I've seen bit of clips of moments, right? I'd imagine Premier League back in the day was way better than it is now. Yeah. If you want to talk about competition, context, do it then. They're doing it based on now. This is the problem. But you know why? Masarif. Falus. Come on, man. Like, what are we doing here? What are we doing here, bro? So when someone tells me a league win of, let's say, a Madrid, Barca, or a PSG who just won a treble right now, yeah, or my club ain't as the same as the Premier, I'm like, who the hell are you? Like, well, so what? It means more because competition. Your eyes. So come on now, let's not do this. Let's not do this, bro. Let's not do this. It's about winning.
It's ridiculous. Do you know when it is? Yeah, when things happen, because we all know as football fans, we're emotionally heightened. Yeah, when things happen, the real ones always stick to how they measure football. You are upset, Mo. I get it. You're an Inter fan, but when you're emotionally heightened, you're bigging up Arteta and playing down Inzaghi. How the fuck does that make any sense? It doesn't make any sense. You're saying that Inzaghi should be sacked on less money. If we talk about context, Arsenal fans always talk about money spent. Surely you should look at Inzaghi and say, well, he doesn't have the money to compete with PSG. Surely you should say that based on your logic. You should say, yo, do you know what? Yeah, he paid £4 million for his centre back. PSG don't pay that. He got a striker on a free. He got a midfield, 2 midfielders on a free. He got a goalkeeper on less than 10 million euros.
Yeah, from us, I remember. Yeah, from us. And Pavard as well went on a free. I remember that because he wanted to leave us. I remember this.
This is where it's flawed, bro. This is where this bullshit and this narrative to try and get the most views is bullshit. And Mo, let me tell you this now. You're chatting shit. I'm going to tell you right now down the lens. You're chatting shit. I've met you in person. You know, and I know, you're chatting shit. And everything you've exposed on your channel and on the Football Terrace, we both know you're chatting shit. You don't look at football through process, because if you did, you'd back Inzaghi. If it's about the money spent, you'll back Inzaghi, because guess what? He spent less money than Mikel Arteta. You don't trust the process, because when it's your fucking club, you don't want to back the process. But guess what? Your process has been more successful than mine, because your process has won major honors. What the fuck has my process won? You said when your managers lost in the Champions League final, it's the biggest embarrassment. Your words. There's no way to come back from this. That's your words. That's not my words. It's your words. So what the fuck is getting kicked out in the semi-finals, getting kicked out in the cup by Man United, and getting slapped up by Newcastle 3 times this season? What the fuck is that? What is that? Please explain to me. Because I want to know. Because your club has done better than that. And you said you can't come back from that. This is where you become a hypocrite. And the more you want to talk about the Premier League, which you're entitled to talk about, it doesn't matter that you support another club. This is where your arguments and your logic is flawed. Because you chat shit when it's my club. When it's your club, you don't want to have those standards. You lost in the final. Trust the process. Back the fucking manager. The manager needs more of his ingredients and needs to spend more money. The same bullshit you want to back when it's Arsenal. I don't want to hear it. Otherwise, admit that you're biased when it comes to Arsenal and the Premier League because you get more views out of it. You get more views. You get more views when it's Trust Arteta. Or we're going to have a debate. Fuck the debate. What a debate do you want to have when it's Inter? Because if you want to have a debate, let's have a debate when it's Inter. And I will debate you when it comes to Inter. Because guess what? Your process has won major honours. But you still want the manager out. What do we won under Mikel Arteta? Please tell me, Judge Mo. What do we won? FA Cup. A league title, and you still want your manager out. So explain to me why it's different. Explain to me why it's different, bro. Explain. Why is it different? Do you know why it's different? Because you don't give a fuck about Arsenal. That's why it's different.
No, bro. He showed it when they beat us earlier this season, bro. He made his team to look like they're the world class.
Inter's bigger than Arsenal. Yeah.
You remember that?
Yeah, I saw it. I've seen it.
Yeah, he was.
Like, I mean, to be fair, he ain't really wrong, but still,
yeah,
you know, like,
he ain't really
still,
wrong.
Yeah.
But
I get what you mean.
The energy he came with.
Yeah.
He made it look like his players were all the best in the world. His manager was levels above Arteta. So where's that same energy now? That's all I'm saying, bro.
No, I agree. I get what you again. That's why I get your point.
Yeah.
I'm doing a separate show where I'm calling Judge Mo out. I don't care. And if he wants to do a show, we can do a show, bro. We can do a show. Because I don't duck no smoke. This is what I don't like. I respect people that have a standard and they hold it even when it's my club because they respect that Arsenal are a big club. We may not be moving like a big club. We may not be winning major honors, but I respect that you're like, yo, you should be doing better. That's why I respect Zay. Because he's like, yo, you man are clowns. You should be doing better, though. I don't see Zay celebrating if they win.
I know you mean like DFB Pokal, yeah.
Yeah, if you win a Pokal, I don't see you saying, oh, well.
If I won as a double, cool. But if I won as a single, like, what the hell now? I mean, I'll be happy, but it's not like I'm going to be like, way, we're insane. Bro, even the Bundesliga, like, yeah, I'm great, you know, I'll take it. I'm happy. But that's not enough for me.
The next show I'm doing, is going to be called, I'm going to put Judge Mo's face on the title and I'm going to put it fraud. The title is going to be fraud. And if you have a problem, I'm going to clip up all the shit you've been saying at the final and why, when you talk about my club, you don't hold the same standard. And if you don't like it, I'll put the link out and we can have a debate. Because all the shit you're talking, you tell me with less trophies or the same amount of non-trophies, you tell me trust the process. You can justify yourself. I don't care. I'm not here to make friends. I'm here to talk the truth. And if you don't like it, Judge Mo, you can jump on the channel. I don't give a fuck. That's what I'm saying, isn't it? I don't have a personal attack against Judge Mo, but Judge Mo, let me look in the lens right now. I don't give a fuck having a problem with anyone on this platform. If you're chatting shit, I'm going to call you out. If you don't like it, you can jump on the channel and we can have a conversation. Because all the shit you've been telling me to swallow as an Arsenal fan, why are you not swallowing it as an Inter fan?
Pause, by the way.
Oh, can I just say, right? You know what's funny, Northside? I do the same with my Saudi club, and so do all of our bro. You know, yesterday I was on a show called Football Mania with Big Up Will, by the way. I was questioned to why our fans don't attend matches half the time. As I'm sure you're aware, right? Do you know why we don't attend matches? Do you think we don't attend because like we don't have fans and this? No, we do. We are the biggest club in Saudi and in Asia. Yeah? But why we don't go to games at times is because we're not willing to spend money on shit fucking performances, bro. This fucking season, I could have gone to so many Al Hilal games in the Kingdom Arena, lovely Kingdom Arena, right? Which hosts boxing events and all. You know why I didn't go? I didn't go, and I've said it on my streams and on my videos, and people can find ever since we lost to Al-Ittihad 4-1. Yeah, Benzema's side. Yeah, which by the way, they won the double on my head top. Fucking great, right? Is because guess what? I'm not willing to spend money on watching Jorge Jesus, that Jabba the Hutt looking scum, yeah, coach a good team playing like dead food, bro. Like, I'm sorry, that's not how I operate, bro. Play good football, and I'll go watch El Hilal play. That's how we operate as a fan base. So I hold my Saudi club to the highest of standard as well, and we're in Saudi. How come? How come? But clubs that's bigger in Europe, they can't hold a club to their standard. How come? What's going on, bro? Or even the losers in Saudi League, Nasser, they don't attend stadiums as well because they lose. This season they're losing. They want Ronaldo out and all. Yeah, they didn't attend
They should, by
games.
the way.
I
Yeah.
always tell people on this channel, yeah, there's so many people that support Man United or Chelsea or other clubs. I never, ever downplay how you should support your club. I always say, as a fan of your club, well, regardless how I feel, and I fucking can't stand Man United, I always say you should wish the best for your club, and the best for your club is trophies. When we have these debates as fans, all we have is trophies to debate. We don't have how much money we've made, because Bayern Munich made a lot of money. I never downplay how a fan should feel about his club, because a fan should want the best for his club. They should want the biggest trophies. They should want the biggest honors. I will never downplay that. I may hate your club. I hate Chelsea. I hate Spurs. I hate Bayern. I hate so many other clubs, bro. I hate Barcelona. But I'll never downplay that, because as a fan, you should want the best for your club, regardless of how I feel. And if you want the best for your club, I'll never downplay that, because that's what you should want for your club. When someone tries to tell me, and these are clubs I hate, someone trying to tell me that I should downplay what I want for my club, suck your mum. How about that? Suck your mum, bruv. How dare you tell me how I should see my fucking club, bruv? It's my fucking club, bruv. I want the fucking best for my club. I want trophies. I don't want fucking all this money. Fuck all that shit. I want fucking trophies, bro. When do you ever see me sitting here and saying Chelsea fans shouldn't celebrate Conference League? Spurs fans shouldn't celebrate Europa League. When do I ever do that? When Man United won the Europa, when do I say you shouldn't celebrate that? When Liverpool won the Champions League, when I say you shouldn't celebrate that? Who the fuck am I to tell you not to fucking celebrate that? It's your major honor, bro. Regardless of how I feel about your club, you're a fucking fan. You should celebrate that. It's your trophy. I'm not going to tell you not to fucking celebrate that. Are you mad? That's what the game is about. The game is about glory. It's ridiculous. Let me get through some of these super chats, because I got to redirect, because I need to get some food, man. I'm fucking starving. Big up to you, Nickel. Greetings, broski. Don't know if I've heard this old school Nigerian song. I haven't heard that. Inter have won a title today with the same name. As for us, I'll take notes, bro. Arteta needs to suck his mum. That's what he needs to do, bro. Suck his mum, bro. That's what he needs to do, bro. Big clubs buying Royal Chelsea sack managers even if they win. That's why it's different. Consistent winners. But if they lose hard, it's even worse, which Arsenal don't do, which is a director issue and club. Big up to you as well. Big up to both of you lot for the super chat. Bro, these man, they get invested like it's a girlfriend, bro. They love the manager like it's a fucking girlfriend, bro. I don't really understand it. I really don't understand it. But it's mad, bro. It's absolutely mad. Listen, Mandem, Zay, shut your channel, bro, where people can find you, bro. Shut your channel, bro.
Zir talks. I mean, I talk about Bayern and Al Hilal. I do wrestling content at times. I have some shows here and there, like heavyweight show and that type of stuff. Promo class I do with Jester as well, talking about wrestling events happening in the week. Like, if you want to check that out, there you go. At times I do transfer talks, or I will start introducing transfer talks with other clubs, but right now I do with the Hilal and Bayern ones. So if you're interested in those, I'm the place, man. All right. My channel's the place, more like.
Zay Talks. That's the name of the channel. Make sure you're liking and subscribing and supporting the channel, bro. Yo, Hag, what are you saying, bro? Shut your channel if you got a channel, bro. Let the people know where they can find you.
I don't got a channel, but I make these kind of appearances for Zir, and when you guys give us opportunity for us to show up, I appreciate that very much, and big up to you guys. And I always tell your opinion. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Let these to the inners know what's up. Yeah.
Oh, one more thing quickly. Inzaghi to Al Hilal, it's happening, guys. It's happening.
It's
It's a matter of time. It's a matter of time.
happening, guys.
Inzaghi in. The sabotage was complete.
I'm not gonna lie to you. That final is sus. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. That final is sus.
No. You know why it's not? You know why? And I'm gonna be quick because Northside has to go.
Yeah, he has to go.
I think that the fact that there was so much news about Inzaghi agreeing with Al Hilal, and I think that stuff must have played into his head. Which, in my opinion, he should have not done any talks with Al Hilal until the final was done. So the fact that he did that if that's the case, that he's dumb for that. He's really dumb for that. And I'm telling you this as a Al Hilal fan, because that 5-0 is not an Inzaghi normal performance. Otherwise, they would have never been in the final to begin with.
I think losing the league in the last day affected him in this final. That's what I think. It happened to us when we faced Madrid. Like we lost the league in the final day, and then we lost the final.
No, because he could have still figured out. He could have still tried to boost up a mentality, use that as fuel, and he didn't do that. So I don't think so.
I mean, yeah, it is what it is, yeah.
Anyway,
go, man. Big up to both of you lot. We're gonna redirect to the emergency stream. Big up to everyone that's locked in. Northside raid on the way in, and we're